welcome back, arcade friends. This time we're going to be spending 10 minutes with Tapper. So my history with this game is weird. So we had those multi-cades that had like a million, I think it was like really 3,000 games or whatever. And my wife, she would just constantly play Tapper on it. Like, it played really good. Like, there was no handle, of course. It was just a single button to tap to pour or whatever. But we both really kind of fell in love with the game through that multicade. And unfortunately, it was about the same time that Wreck-It Ralph was in theaters. And so, like, Tapper started to get a little bit of public zeitgeist or whatever from that, and so the prices started to go up, and I've had this one for, I don't know, since that time. What has that been, 5 years or so? But super fun game, and it's kind of in my keeper column for sure. I was fortunate to find a pretty good one. It needed a few things, but all there. So I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod, and I don't know how well this will work, trying to shoot the screen with this camera, but we'll see. We'll play a little bit and just kind of talk about it. It's a super charming game. Let's take a look. Okie dokie, so I tried to adjust the shutter speed as best I could to kind of offset the refresh rate. And of course there's that moire effect, I think, from the monitor, but hopefully you'll still be able to kind of get an idea of what's going on. So I've got my beer, because you gotta drink beer while you're playing Tapper. It's just like a rule. And you'll find that in the clever way, I guess, the game designers built just enough time for you to drink beer. And in fact, there are times when Tapper Dude, I don't know what his name is, let's call him Tapper, has a beer. He's like, oh, you should too. I wired mine for free play. I didn't put a free play kit, so I just took the coin returns and put switches in where the mechs used to be with hot glue. And then so when they hit the coin return, it coins it up. And this one does have a high score save kit though from Arcade Shop. And then it came as part of the power supply upgrade. So like a lot of games in this era, this game has that sort of risk or reward. So if you want to play for points press, then the game ramps up with difficulty pretty quickly for the points pressers to kind of create a little bit of risk. So I don't know, we always try to decide like how we want to play. Are we going to try to play to level up, or are we going to try to play to build a score? Now you see, like this, cowboy here gave me a tip. So you collect the tip, and you get the cheerleaders. They come out and dance, and they do their thing. So that's pretty cool. It's an effect that if you use the tip and the cheerleaders, you'll usually, like, some of the patrons will get distracted by them, and some of them won't. So when you have more than one patron on a table, it's sort of difficult because you'll have to kind of keep track of which ones are staring at the cheerleaders and which ones are asking for beer. So cleared that board pretty fast. Didn't really points press. So now you've got a shuffle game where this Hamburglar dude shakes up your beers as one does. I kind of didn't pay attention to which one. Also a good time to drink. Oops. Well, I'll drink some more then. So now you're in this very strange sporting event that involves, like, I don't know, she's got one of those paddle ball things, and somebody else has got what looks like a British billy club. Not really sure what's going on there, but cool, whatever. Now in my family, my wife is actually the better Tapper player. And then we have a friend whose wife, Lucy, is the best Tapper player that we've known. Her scores so far, we have not been able to beat them. So I don't claim to be an expert at the game, but I am a fan of it. Nope. He says it's time to drink. Guess he didn't know his own strength. Alright, so kind of clearing it fast. It didn't points press, so that's gonna... Alright, another Hamburglar stage. Let me see if I can actually pay attention this time. Okay, the one next to us. And there is a pattern to that, I think, but to hell if I know what it is. I don't want to research it to find out because I don't want it to take away from the enjoyment of the game. I don't really care about trying to be the world's best player at these things. The idea, for me at least, is just to have something to do that's not Call of Duty requiring me to, invest 40 hours of research and specialty to level up a game. The Arcade SD board, which is a fantastic board, actually has a version of Tapper on it too. Fortunately, its colors are weird. They're like a little dark. I've got it on two machines, but they're just not quite it. I guess MCR video might be different hardware. Well, I know it's different hardware. Okay. Alright, so dropped a glass, so I'm out on that one. That's true. I think we learned I don't need to dilly-dally on this stage because they're going to kick my ass. Oh. So, I sent 2 down. There's only 1 patron, so alcohol abuse means you lose. This is about as far as I get to. There's another few stages my wife's gotten to. I can usually do the first 2 of these before I get this jacked up, but this time doesn't seem to be the case. Somebody pay attention to the cheerleaders because I'm not able to keep up. Oh, and I spilled. Well, cheers there, Tapper Dude. Anyway, that's Tapper. I don't think this has been 10 minutes. Probably nowhere near as close to 10 minutes, but I don't know that there's a necessity to continue to watch me play. What I will do is kind of walk around the cabinet, though, if I can grab. So, there's a root beer tapper and a tapper. I don't know which came first. I think the tapper came first. It's got like some slight brownish color. art on the side with that saloon style, and then the root beer tapper, I guess, came out later when they were like, hey, well, we can't have a bar game in arcades, and so it's the same, but it's just like, you know, slightly different graphics. I think black and white, doesn't have the red Budweiser thing. And yeah, so they're MCR, so it's the same class arcade as Tron, so that kind of board set that you're used to with Tron and Spy Hunter. Well, hopefully one day somebody will get a good FPGA system for it. That'll be nice. Mine, I did have the cup holders powder coated locally, and I had to replace the CPO, but other than that, it was pretty good. Oh, and then the monitor, it had a heavy burn on the monitor, and I found this is a Vision Pro. I will say that MCR games do typically have persnickety support for different monitor frequencies, so I know the old Vision Pro CRTs had a pretty good frequency range that matched and worked for Tron and for Spy Hunter for this. So anyway, I think that's probably good enough. I got a Guinness here that's getting cold, so thanks for watching, and if I can help you, or if you have any questions, hit me up wherever you find this. Thanks.